then selling could, pick up.
or you still
Oh,
will
we
be.
have to be careful.
As you can
We're
see, this is
we're
a
on the
brief
verge of,
rally,
95
not all-time high.
and 96. You up here is 95.6. Here's 96.0, and then up over this dome is 96.9. I mean, the path is there. The problem is that 94.6 might induce selling. If we come up here, you can get smacked right back down because we're on this fib. You see? So this red line is angular resistance overhead, and then it meets up with this little white line here. And then this is our existing um, fib channel. And then the one that we're trying to pass into is this line, this border that you see across here, this point, and here. And that leads us to the green overhead. I'll show you on the 3-day. That's up here. See these green arcs? So price is right here. So this is what I'm talking about. We're on the edge of this fib wedge here. And we're about to cross the Rubicon, so to speak, or cross the river from this ring to this one, and then we'll be accepted into this range above up here on the overhead arcs. But we're not quite there yet. So if we come up to this spot, right, 94.8-ish, and you can see that we went angular back down. That might happen quickly because I'm on the 3-day here, so that look down at the bottom, see how that stretches out to like May, April. But you have to keep in mind that now if I do this and account for the candle size in relation, then you get the perspective. Here's this arrow I'm talking about. All right, here's the line. Here's our resistance overhead. So now if I show you the structure that's up here. So this is our 3-day structure. Here's the range of it on the ribbon. And see how it meets my blue triangle? That blue triangle also meets this fib wedge arc section right there. Also meets up with the aligning with the 50 EMA that you see right here. So see how that 99072 is right on that dang line? Then you have this gap, right? From this edge to that space up there. So we have to cross this bridge, right, between here and here smoothly. Otherwise, we can get pushed back down and still remain underneath that 50 while it's swimming. You see, this is the think of it as a living thing. So I kind of do that. So it's flowing, all right? The movement is flowing this way. It's descending from above, see? Now, you see how my chart's turning? You can see, you see it? It's like it's spinning. And you see how the arc is curving upwards? It's like it's repairing itself there. Okay? This is the gyroscope. This is why my snowflake pattern works. This is why there's a law of geometry, because it's mathematical. You see that? Okay. And I'll continue to explain that, but that is what it is. And see how it all folds up? It's the coolest thing.
It's like origami.
Yeah, I know. It that's why it's hard to understand that there's not direction. It's not like up, down, sideways, forward, backwards. It's a rotating on the axis. and it's multi-dimensional, right? So what we see a chart in 2D, unless you think outside the box. So anyway, that's what it is. Here's the descending angles cutting through, and now price is down on here, and it's about to cross. See how I say bulls need this line? Th- That line is imperative because it means that we get across this 50 EMA on this structure. And then orange line is the 50 MA. So see how that orange line didn't get up into this pink arc here? And then we didn't get back into it above here, right? We got stopped right there. See how that MA is falling. So price action fell down through, and here's the 200 MA, this pink one. So the orange line is above, pink one's below. Now we have finally gotten across that 200. This is what has been the struggle. See, here it is. So we were treading that line, and this is how, and even still, if we get rejected, you can still see how on this way forward in time, we can cut back. If we meet resistance hard enough, we can just cut back, and this will continue to make a dome around this section of price history. So if you extend that MA down, you see how the 86.0, then you go here 76, then you go down, and you pause, or you pass this section, right, where we had all this price action underneath. But if we fail, right, you can see it can revert all the way back to the there. Here's the 800. So unless we turn the chart, see how it's fishtailing there? We got to go back up. We got to go back to that side of it. That side meaning it's floating. It's not in 2D. It goes back this way and curves back around. So it's like a pulley, right? The moving averages are like a pulley. That's why sometimes you see price go up the pole rather this way, just like it goes down like that, it goes up like this. So that's how we can get back up to here's your 150, 135, 160. You see it? Because we're operating in this playing field here now, because we're up over this 200. So now we've got this playing field to work with. But because time goes forward, that's a part of the calculation. So the candles go up and down, but time goes forward. You can't go backward, but the arcs bring you back to what was possible before. So if I take an angular up from here to here, right, that gives me this spot. So it's possible to go to 243. It's possible to go 300. That's all possible. It's not